Good night. Good night, and welcome to your favorite internet online program, www.sxmtalk.com, the place where you get live and serious discussion. I hope you guys are doing fine. Call a friend, call someone, and tell them log on to the program because we're going to get into some in-depth conversation tonight. I was having a little talk with a very good friend of mine, and we really, you know, was discussing some issues that is going on here on St. Martin, and it so coincide with all that we are hearing right now as we listen to the first, or I think the second press briefing from our ministers. I also want to send out a good night. I am claiming her as my favorite minister right now. And I'm talking about the Honorable Minister Sylvia Jacobs. There's something about the lady that I like. I don't know if it's her charisma, whether it's her warmth, whether it's just her welcoming mood or attitude that she has. But I think there's a gracefulness that goes with it. So she's my favorite minister. I listened to her yesterday, and many people asked me, you know, what did I think about the press briefing and stuff, and her position and her stance, and how would I rate it? And modestly, I said I'll give her a B. And one of them frowned and say, "But that's your NA minister. Why you ain't give her an A plus?" No. You see, this is the difference to how I operate and others operate. Because they are loyal to an individual, they stick to it, and that's it. No, I give her a B, modestly, because, you know, yes, you're a politician, but now you're a minister doing a professional job. It's when it's time for politics, it's time for politics. When it's time to be a minister, it's time to be a minister. And I felt she came across very well being a minister in the press briefing. And the little jabs also was thrown, you know, at the former minister. My thing is, let it be. Just let it be. This is your time, Minister Jacobs, and your time is now. So just let it be. And because of that, I modestly give her a B. You know, but I'll be keeping my eye on the minister and all the others. Interestingly, I was listening also to the Honorable Minister of Finance, Roland Tuitt, and he made a comment, and he says, Gilda's system is working very well. You know, there was a whole hype of dollar rising and dollar this and dollar that and different things, and he said, Gilda's system is working very well. But like I said, tonight we're going to get into some serious talk. Some serious talk about we. Because it's good for me all the time, over and over, to come here and want to box up and kick down and take off gloves at a politician, at an individual, at someone who is doing the things that I seem to have a problem with. Is all nice and fine. When there's time to throw punches, I throw punches. And when there's time to throw punches at ourselves, I think we deserve a few punches now and again. And maybe I should have changed the topic instead of saying, who are we giving our money to? Or who are you giving your money to? I should have said, who are we giving our money to? Because I myself is in that bracket. I am putting myself in that pool. Because after the discussion, and you know, let me tell you this. Anytime you want to hear or you want to know the truth, ask young children. Anytime you want to know the truth, about something, ask young children and they'll tell you the truth. And it's golden, because you don't get no mix-up or no. They tell it to you as it is. But I want to get into this topic. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm going to put it in front of the camera so you can see it a little bit. Right? What I have here in my hand is my pay slip. Right? We were trying to upload it and stuff, but we simply couldn't get it work. We simply couldn't get it work. But this is what I have here. This is my pay slip. Right? And after going through my pay slip, looking at it today, you know, one would wait for the 25th, 26th of the month to reach, because the first thing that individual going to do is check his account. And you can imagine the buzz around the office or, you know, in the various places where one work. I could imagine the discussion or the things or the talk you would hear. Because when that time reaches, there's one thing people are saying or asking: we get paid? You check your account? The money come on? I could imagine when the 24th reach, the 25th reach, or the 26th reach, especially for government workers, civil servants. That's the number one discussion you're going to hear throughout the whole day. You're going to look to your colleague on the other side, or you're going to notch him, or somebody who you think have a little connection with the monies or the payroll or the bank, right? These are the talks you hear. Boy, we get paid? You know if they pay already? The money come on? You get your salary? You ain't worrying about nothing else. All you're discussing and all you're thinking, but I'm going to check my account to see if the money come on. Or if you have a friend, you jump on the phone, the payroll gone over to the bank. And then you start to do the calculations, you know. Boy, when the payroll went, it went Monday. Man, it went Monday. The bank going to hold it for 2 days. And then they're going to come. You don't start to do the calculations already. All right? And then in your mind, you already start to spend the money. So this is what you're doing in your mind. Okay, I'm going to put 500 to shopping, the rent. You don't start to spend the money in your mind, and you don't even have it in your hand as yet. But you're done spending. And at the bottom of your budget is then you're probably thinking about, I should have saved a little thing, you know. So the topic tonight is, who are we giving our money to? Where are we spending our money? What are we doing with our money? Our money. The monies that we work hard for. You know, you bust your tail. The boss over your shoulder, you're up and down running. You're busy behind the computer, your eyes squinching, they're burning you, you're seeing hazy, dizzy because of the work that you're doing. All right? Students got you up a wall. All right? I could imagine the teachers and them doing their lesson plan. Coming home, lesson plan whole weekend is a lesson plan to bring in on Monday. Correcting books. You're staying overtime or late in the office because the boss ain't leave yet, the minister ain't leave yet, and you want to show that you're doing a good job. You got work to catch up on because you was out sick for a few days, so now the files and them pile up a bit on the desk. So you're really trying to get it done, so you're working. And we're all sitting back and we're waiting for the last week in the month. When the 20th hit, we're saying, all right, one more week to go, and you start to count down the days. But two things I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about my salary slip, because when I look at my slip, my pay slip, when I look at it, I have to be honest. And as much as one thing they know, there's always something you question. But you see, we as a people are conditioned just to see one thing on your salary slip. or on your pay slip. You skip everything else on the top and you just focus down at the bottom to see how much you get paid. That's the only number what you're really looking at. Why? Because when you go to the bank or the ATM and you're shopping your card and you're checking balance, you just want to see one number going to come up. Because the pay slip coming after. The pay slip coming after. And when you do get your pay slip now in the envelope staple, you rip it open, right? You pull out your pay slip. Even though you done went and check your account already, you can go on your pay slip and all you're going to do is scroll down where it says net pay. All you do is scroll it down there. So you're passing everything else and you're just looking at net pay. How do I know that? Because I just do it too. I just do it too. But let me encourage you people. Let me encourage you, St. Martin. Right? It may be a bit hard on our salary, on how we are budgeting and how we're doing stuff like this. But I think everybody should get an accountant. Everybody should get an accountant. Or if there's an accounting class going on somewhere, take up the course. Take up the course. Don't be afraid to ask questions, especially for civil servants. Your number one friend when you get your pay slip should be the loan and salaries department. This should be your number one friend. Okay? The loan and salaries or the payroll department. They should be your number one friend. After them should be the receivers. Find a friend inside. Because I want to ask, I myself need to ask questions. When I look at my pay slip, and I'm going to call it out here tonight, I'm going to say it as it is. Yes, I'm working in Parliament for the National Alliance faction, the whole Faxi Mede worker. That's what it is in Dutch. You can call it whatever you want to call it in English. That's the position I have. That's what I do. Right? They say I'm on scale 11. That's what the salary says. That's what the pay slip I just showed you says, scale 11. Ask me what that means? I don't know. But let's look at this pay slip. Let's look at the pay slip. Right? We're going to pass all the payroll license to government and all the other things and stuff. The department, your occupation, the start of work. Let's start by pay per month. Pay per month. It says Antillian guilders, 6,592 guilders per month. Regular hours, 173.33 days / week, 5 days. Let's go down. Description. You have regular salary, 173.33. Then it have unit hours. That's 173, the hours. I want the hours you work. Then it have the amount, which is the 6,000 I called off a while ago. Then it have year to date. I guess that's the amount of money you make in the year, which will come up to 32,960 guilders. But that is not the part that really strikes my curiosity when it comes to the numbers. Let's go down. It says pension, and then they have in bracket employees part deductible, 443 guilders, 0.39, 8%. Year to date, 2,221 guilders and 95 cents. Now I can understand that. That's the pension that you're paying into. Let's go down a bit. Premium ZOG. Now we get down to the crux of the issue. I want to ask people out there if you know what that means. I guess they call it ZOG. Okay? Premium ZOG. ZOG. 131 guilders, 0.84, and they got a minus by it. So I guess that is something that they take in, right? And then they have 2%. Year to date, 659 guilders and 20 cents. Now, yeah, it is my ignorance because you're just looking at your net pay. You're not looking at nothing else. You ain't asking nothing else. So it is my ignorance because I am sitting here and telling you, St. Martin, I don't know what that means. What does premium ZOG mean? ZOG. What is that? What is it for? I can't tell you. I don't know. But I picked up the phone today though, and I started to call around and ask those questions. And you wouldn't believe something. They themselves don't even know. And I tell you, I'm freaked out. I'm flabbergasted. Because I'm saying to myself, imagine the amount of individuals out there who don't even know. Let's go down a little bit more. AOV. You know what? Let me say it in English. AOV / AWW. Employers part. 448 guilders and 06 cents. And there's a plus behind it. What is that plus? What I mean, that's money that they're giving you? I seriously don't know. Is it money that they are giving you? Because I can understand the minus which says deductible. That means it's something that they're taking out. But when it has a plus, what does that mean? That's what the employer is giving you? I don't know. I seriously don't know. Year to date, and it is 7.50%. Yeah. Employer's part, 448, 6 cents with a plus behind it, 7.50%. Year to date, 2,240 guilders and 29 cents. What is that? What is AOV? What is what is it? Christopher don't know. But trust you me, I'm going to come back on this program and I'm going to know what everything on this salary slip means. Because I said to myself, if I have this problem, then many other individuals have the same problem too. But it's our fault. It is our fault because we refuse to educate ourselves on the monies that we work for. Because in our mind, we are only concentrating on what we're going home with, and that's it. So we don't question nothing. So we're not questioning, I wonder if they're taking out a little bit too much here. I wonder if they're deducting this too much. I wonder if I'm paying less. I guess that's what it is. It's like you don't want to know because maybe you're paying less. And you don't want them to say, but hey, I make a mistake, you're supposed to be paying more. Is it that? And another thing, right? Tax tariff, high, bracket 2. What does that mean? What does it mean, tax tariff, high? What does that, listen, I don't know what it means. Bracket 2. How many brackets do they have? How many tariffs do they have? Who determines what bracket you goes in? Or what determines the bracket that you should be in? Okay? And then when I look at my salary, where's my kindling to laugh? Where's my okay, let me go down some more. There's another AOV, another AOW, or AOV, and AAW / again. Total premium. 836 guilders, 0.37 minus. So they have a minus now. 14%. Year to date, 4,181.87. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know what it means. But I'm going to read off everything else. Wage tax, regular earnings, 961 and 69 guilders minus AVBZ, employer's part, 29.87 plus. AVBZ total premium, 119. Pension fund, employer, 1,531. Pension fund, employer deduction, I mean, I really don't know. Premium, zeker kosten, regeling. What is that? What is that? I wonder if my boy Emilio Calmeda can explain this. I'm going to have to bring him back. Right? But what I just do is when I get this thing, scroll all the way down. I don't pay no attention to these numbers. I'm going to scroll all the way down. I'm going to look at net pay. 4,000. I say, okay, all right, good. That's all I'm concerned about. And that is what drew me to have this discussion tonight. As much as we are ignorant, because we refuse, or not refuse, or we simply don't pay it much attention, St. Martin, we wrong. You know why we wrong? Because this is our money. It's our money. We work for it. And because we work for it, we deserve to know where it's going. We have no control over these deductions, over these additions, over all these numbers that we see in our pay slip. But you know what we have control over? Where we spend our money and who we give our money to. That is what we have control over. But I am saying, get yourself educated and know what your pay slip means. All those numbers. That's your homework. You need to know what those numbers mean. But let's get to the point as to the control that we have. Who do we give our money to? The first thing we do, come on, Christopher, your plural and signature, you're supposed to know better than that. The first thing we do, especially civil servants, teachers, people with children, the moment we get paid on Thursday, 5 o'clock, when we are out of the office, 5:30, you're going to find us in about 4 places. Afu, Sunny Food, Carshless, or Prime. Grandma O'Shea, sorry, about 5 places, Grandma O'Shea. Those 5 places is where you're going to find us on that payday. Those are the first places you're going to find us. And trust you me, all those major food stores know it. You don't see the designs when you go in. You don't see the different selections of goods and where they place it. But this is what I want to come to. We as a people, we go into those establishments and we break them off 400 and 500 and 600 of our hard-earned guilders, monies. Some people spending $400. The major part of our salary goes into food. The major part of our salary goes into food. And I could imagine after that is mortgage and rent. Okay? But the major part of our salary goes into food. And where does it go? Where do it go? Who are the owners of these establishments? Because where we spend our money, who we give our money to, are the ones we are making stronger. We are making them powerful. We are making them heavyweight. We are making them big men. We are making them the boss. We are giving them control. We are the ones doing it. And then one would say, yeah, but Christopher, we don't have nowhere else to spend our money. That's not true. That's not true. But you can imagine going into Sunny Food every month. You got to do it. Sit down and do it. Every month you're going into Sunny Food, Grandma O'Shea, and you giving them $400 and $500, 600 guilders, 700 guilders on food of your hard-earned money that you sweat for. And when you reach by the counter by Grandma O'Shea, the lady asks you, do you have a card? And you pass it, beep, and you get points. But besides that, you get nothing else. Nothing else you don't get. They got a car outside, they're always raffling. That's to entice you. A big basket there to you, throw your receipt or throw something inside. But let me ask you guys this question. How many of you all shop by Samuel? Because that's the reason why we have no more local stores. No more local groceries. And even if we don't go into these big grocery stores, we go into the small Chinese grocery stores. And they are the ones I'm going to point some serious issues at tonight. Have you ever gotten back anything from any one of those stores? Have you ever taken a look at your receipt when you shop at those stores? Think about it. Think about it. These are the places we go into and we spend our money. We spend our money. Right? But let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you guys this. And this goes for everyone who are involved in the community and organization. Have Sunny Food or Carciless ever purchased a barbecue ticket from you? Because it's right there, you're going to buy the chicken and drinks anyway for the barbecue. But have the owners of those places ever purchased a ticket from you? Have you ever seen them by one of your sporting activities, hanging out with us? Do they come to any one of the funerals? Do you see them around socializing with us? But we are giving them our money. Have you ever looked in a grocery store really, really good? You may see 4 or 5 or 6 employees. And one of them is a cousin, one of them is a niece, one is an uncle. They have no overhead whatsoever. So they are making gross profit from our money, our hard-earned money. Hard-earned money. And getting tax break. They're getting tax break on the back of it. But when you look around the society, when you look around St. Martin, don't you question it? Don't you think that something is wrong? Listen, let's take St. Peter's alone. Let's look at only St. Peter's. And we're going to take it from the Chic by Academy School. What do we have by the Chic? A Chinese shop. St. Peter's Corner, Chinese shop. You walk a couple of yards up, Chinese shop. Right by the boys, and then one of us hang out right there by the bridge playing the pool and thing. The little bar that they got here, they just got another small little Chinese shop. So just by St. Peter's, just by the corner, just by the Academy School, by the Academy School to the bridge. St. Martin people, think about it good. Look at it good. Just by the Academy School to the bridge, we already got four Chinese grocery stores. 4. Business got to be real, real good. But who are the ones that spend the money in those stores? We. 4. Just on the stretch of St. Peter's Road. And then we bend the corner and we go in, we're going by the Prince Bernard Alexander School. There's another grocery store, another Chinese shop right there. 5. And then we go down and we drive up on the road by Koto. For all who know where Koto live. There's another one right there. That is 6. Then we come back out on the main road. And we go up a little bit more. There's one on the main road there. That is 7. 7. And then when we go across the street, go in the corner, Choppy. That is 8. So now we leave in St. Peter's. We leave in St. Peter's. Back on the main road, coming up South Reward. Right by the big tamarind tree, you got one more, that is 9. 9 in the area. Chinese grocery stores. But you know, we're going to stay here and we're going to beat up on the Chinese and thing, but no. A question needs to be asked. Who are they fronting for? Who own the business license? Who own it? You'll be surprised if I tell you a number of them are renting the business license from local people. A lot of them. This is the reason why I said we are the cause to our own demise. You know why? That proprietor of the store going rent and rent and rent. He going to keep applying for his own. His son going to rent it. When his son reach 18, got the rights, got everything, he going to hand it back to you and say, I don't need your license no more. Okay? A lot of them are renting the license from local people, from we. And here's where it gets upset with us. Because those 9 stores that I mentioned, how many local people are working in them? We are the ones that is a detriment to ourselves. Because we are giving away our power to these individuals that don't involve themselves in community activity. They don't sponsor anything. They don't give back. Not even a calendar nowadays you can get from them when the new year roll around. But it's not them. They are doing business. It is us. We are the ones creating this hardship for ourselves. Do the research. And I'm just talking about my area, St. Peter, South Reward. Do the research, and you would see that a lot of the business license, a lot of vending license that they are using, they are renting it from local people. But they don't hire us. But why must they hire us? I rented the license from you, so why must I hire? You know what you call that? You call that selfishness. Because we're only concerned about ourselves to collect a little rent from the license. And we're not looking at the community and the young people that needs jobs. Okay? And then we're going to say, yeah, but when we got a business, the local don't shop there. But if the local don't have no choices right there, they're going to go and shop. If all those 9 stores was owned by local people, then all of us would only be shopping there. We need to reevaluate and think different as how we do business in our community, because we are killing ourselves. We are killing the youth. We are killing the next generation coming, because we are sending a message that only Chinese, only Indians can own and operate business and grocery stores in this country. And that's a wrong message to send. But it's not their fault. They're not the ones that are doing it. We are doing it to ourselves. So we need to take a good look at ourselves. Look at ourselves in the mirror and ask a question. Am I thinking for myself, or am I thinking for my children and my grandchildren? You're thinking for yourself. You know why? A point in time going to come where they don't need to rent that license from you anymore. They wouldn't need to rent it from you anymore. And then what? And then what? I'm saying to myself that something is wrong. So not only we don't look at our pay slip and ask those vital questions as to what these numbers mean. Are we paying too much? Are we paying too less? Why is my tax bracket so high? Am I getting my due fare? At the end of the day, it's monies that we work for. How many local grocery stores we have left on the island? How many? About 3. About 3. And I just counted 9 in this area. I know the small little stop and shop there in Madam Estate, right by the corner. I know that one. I know Samuel. Who else? Oh, we have the we have that small little store in Dutch Quarter going up inside there. The Lamberts, I believe we have that small little one also, a small one. But I mean, how many of them are controlled by the Chinese? And I'm not being discriminatory. I'm simply saying positive discrimination should apply in these cases. We are out of control, St. Martin. And we are out of control to our own detriment. I had Dr. Anders Leopold James on the program last night, and something he said that really resonated to me, and he's absolutely correct. Young people, where is your resolve? Where is your fight? Where is your kick? Where is your determination to do things or want to see things right in this country? What are you standing up for? What are you fighting for? What is going on with us? Why are we so laid back and passive as if things are well in this country? Yes, we may have a new government, but that doesn't make things well. It doesn't make things right. Let me say this. I don't care how many new governments we get. It is time that government start to focus on the social fabric of this society. Because every government we get that comes in here focuses on infrastructure, on roads, on tourism, on this, on that. But the social aspect that cripples the foundation of this society is put on a back burner. The headache people have to go through when they go out the public works and VROMI department. The headache we have to go through when we have to go to the labor office, labor department. The headache we have to go through at the SVB department. The headache we have to go through when we are at the census office. When we go to these government-owned companies, GEBE, and tell them the headache that we get standing in line. Cable TV. And I'm coming to you in a cable TV with that turnover tax that you're charging, and tell them, if I only know what's coming for you, I ain't done. But I'm saying to myself, the social aspect, price control, consumers' rights, the tax department. I mean, the social aspect of the society, no government yet I have seen really takes it and make it its priority to focus on those institutions that are crippling us, hurting us. These are the places that we go into, and from the moment we walk in, we do so, we turn and we walk back out, because the frustration, we can't deal with it. We become annoyed. But when you listen to the ministers in their press briefing, it's about dollarizing. It's about the guild doing well. The Prime Minister always, I still think dollarization is good. I mean, who the hell cares whether it's good or not? What people care about is the hardship that they are feeling in these social institutions that's supposed to be taking care of the welfare of the people. These are the places that we frequent more than often. Why must it take 6 and 7 months for a building permit to be signed off, but I can give away land in 2 days? And you see this ring road thing? I listened to the new minister when he talked about the shroud of secrecy as how it was done. And I'm saying to the new minister, level with St. Martin people as to what is going to happen with the ring road. And when you talk to people, you hear the excuse that nothing could be done. Contracts have been signed. You see that kind of talk? It makes me upset. Because when the issue with Interquin was going on, it came on the Island Council floor. It was debated on the Island Council floor. Permits were signed off. 51% was to go to the Interquin company. It was done transparent. Whoever was getting kickbacks or whatever, it was done, and yet it was voted down. It was given to GEBE to do the project. Look where we are today. GEBE is making millions in profits every year. But look at sewage system and sewage on the island. But here we come back to the ring road issue that was done in a cloud of secrecy, a shroud of secrecy. Okay, the causeway. We hearing that the contractor don't get his money already. So he don't care. What's the deal that government made with the private land, with the private landowner? Did you buy it? Who is the contractor? Who's carrying out the project? How long will it last? Who's financing it? Has the permits been given out? Did they get a hindrance permit? What is going on? Nobody is telling us nothing. But yet government can't do nothing about it. Then let me say this. Any government that is there that can't do nothing about it and can't level with the people about it should not be there. What is going on with the Causeway project? It didn't come to Parliament. And then you hear this one, the minister is ultimately responsible. Then the minister should be locked up. The minister should be locked up. I listened to the past minister also, Franklin Myers, on the program with Lloyd talking about, yes, he had an agreement, yes, he this, yes, he that, but he decided to give them out anyway. Then you should be locked up for giving it out because you had an agreement. And then these are the kind of people that will put themselves back on a list and say, vote for me because I care. Now the bus drivers and them are running around now with a head, a chicken without a head, all over the place. But I keep saying to the bus drivers that good for you. It's good. And I'm going to keep saying that good for you. Because as long as you continue to allow yourselves to be used by every politician, this is what's going to happen. No one is going to take you guys seriously. As long as you continue to allow your buses to be plastered with stickers up and down, red, blue, white, green, this one and that one, no one is going to take you serious. You see, when you guys hold one head, election time come around and I say, no, I don't want nothing on my bus. Deal with bus stops. Deal with a centralized bus station. Work on those things. I bet you they start to listen. Okay? I bet you they start to listen. You had an agreement with the taxis, but you decided to give them out. You didn't care for the people. You cared for yourself. You cared only about yourself. But coming back to us, everybody get yourself an accountant. Loan and salaries, call them. Payroll department, call them and start to ask the questions. That's what they're working for. Don't just grab your payslip and just scroll all the way down where there's net pay and just smile and say, yeah. Because let me tell you this. There's expats that comes from Europe, especially Holland, working here on the island, and everything feasible for them to collect, they just do it. They just look for it. Everything possible that they want to get for themselves, they just go and question it. So we need to start doing the same thing also. Find out what those numbers are. Find out what those letters are. Ask the questions. Don't just collect and hold your pay slip and figure that everything on it is good. Nobody's going to look out for you but yourself. Nobody's looking out for you but yourself. And by virtue of you looking out for yourself, then you're looking out for your children also. Because that is what I'm going to do. I need to know what these numbers mean. I need to know what these letters and these words mean. I need to know if I'm being taxed fairly, if I'm in the right bracket. I need to know if I'm supposed to be receiving something for my children. I need to know what my Zika costing. What does that mean? What am I getting from it? What am I covered? These are the things you need to know, because you might be selling yourself short. You might be selling yourself short. Nobody can love you the way I do. So as much as I would beat up on everybody, it is time that sometimes we need to beat up on ourselves. I train myself the way I do, because we cannot be ignorant to the things that we're working hard for. And when you walk into them Chinese stores again, question yourself on that guild or that dollar you're going to spend there. Question yourself. Look around your neighborhood, look around your community, and see what is going on. We are down to the end of the program. That was fast. Tomorrow, God spare, I'll be back with another very interesting program. Samaritan people, take care of yourself. God bless each and every one of you. Good night. Aye. Aye. I'm with you, my love. Planets. Hey, rocket. I'm with you, my love. With you, everything is well. Your love, they make my heart to do yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. With you, everything is well. Your love, they make my heart to do yori. Nobody can love you the way